Well, speaking about hypertension, it is so very important that we incorporate, fruits and vegetables into our diet. That being said, we're going to make something so delicious for you in the kitchen today. It is pumpkin curry in a hurry. Yes, pumpkin is going to be our hero ingredient for this dish, mixed with aromatic spices and flavor, giving you this all wholesome just bowl of goodness. And of course, the doctor that is wearing so many hats today, he was just sitting on the couch right now and he's going to be in the kitchen with us today. He is going to be making us this amazing thing. Like I said, the hero ingredient is pumpkin. It has its star debut in this naturally creamy, spice aromatic mix that is sure to become such an easy and a comforting go-to meal. Dr. McKelly, you're going to be taking us through this recipe. Like we said, you're going to be wearing so many hats today, but one that we also love and enjoy seeing you in is in the kitchen.
Cool, it's so nice to be back in the kitchen with you. So today we're doing a curry that's, I don't know, you can call it a curry, you can call it anything you want in South Africa, really, a stew.
A stew as well.
But you can see there's so many beautiful, healthy things here, and we are talking about hypertension today. And BWELL has this amazing canola oil that's, like I said, the first way to addressing your health issues is to start with small changes. And I think using a healthy cooking oil is such an important part of that process.
Like Dr. McKelly said, we are going to be using that BWELL pure canola oil, which is also locally produced canola oil, and it's made from 100% local canola seed and is low in saturated fat, very high in omega-3, and is perfect for all of your cooking needs, which you'll see right now. Like I said, the oil is very high in omega-3, which is good for heart health. It promotes brain health as well as aids in fighting cancer cells. Now, it contains no GMOs and is naturally cholesterol-free, which also helps reduce the risk of heart disease and heart attacks, which is what Dr. McKelly is going to show us through this recipe.
Cool. So can we get going?
Yes, get going.
So we have chopped onion here. It's just one white onion that's chopped. And then we have our aromatic. So with any good curry, you always start with the basis of onion. All right, so I have a little bit of, I've just put probably about 2 tablespoons of canola oil into the pan. On a medium to low heat, just get your onion in here.
This is actually what I made yesterday, but instead of the pumpkin, I had just chickpeas and spinach because it was meat-free Mondays. Just
beautiful.
popped it in there, but the basis of a curry is always nice with the spices and flavors that come through.
If you can just get this, if you can understand how to balance your flavor and you know how to work this process, I think you're always going to be golden with the curry. So obviously, the longer you let this go on a low heat, the more sweetness you're going to develop, the more caramelization you're going to develop, and the more deliciousness you're going to get. I always say season at every step. So we've got a little bit of salt here. We've got just onions in there. If you had more time, obviously 5 minutes, slow and slow.
Definitely, but
as soon as we get to so as soon as we get to this point, we have nice aromatics. So we have some garlic and some ginger that's finely sliced. And then we have some nice paprika. You can use smoked paprika if you want a little bit more depth of flavor. Some ground coriander. Some fennel seeds, which also gives an amazing licorice sweetness, and it goes so nicely with butternut.
I almost thought you said licorice. I was like, okay. Licorice. Okay, got it.
Same thing, really. So as soon as those are softened nicely, I'm going to add my aromatics. And you want to toast these off nicely. If your pan's looking a little dry, add a little bit more oil because you want these spices to just slowly develop flavor. So we get all of that in.
Pop all of that in. And again, the best part of this recipe is if you did want to add any protein to it, you could do that. Soup bones, for instance, you could put that in the pressure cooker if you wanted to add some chicken. Or alternatively, if you were doing meat-free Monday yesterday, this would be the perfect. But what I love about it is that it is quick curry in a hurry. If you are, busy, you have a long day, cold days, you just want to make something that's healthy, nutritious, you just whip out this quick and easy steps.
Absolutely. What's really nice is as soon as you've got this little bit of faffing done, you can leave it on the stove low and slow, let it cook, and it just becomes more delicious,
I'm realizing that I have to do something as well, which is cut the tomatoes.
It's been done, but I want you to show them how to do it. So
of course.
The basis of our curry is going to be tomato. So we have tomato and cream based. This is a tomato based curry. So if you can chop that up for me. I just wanted to show as well, we have a cinnamon stick. Cinnamon is also one of these ingredients that I think a lot of people sort of annotate to health because it's got so many health benefits. So, and the really nice thing to put into curry and to bring in sweetness is a cinnamon stick.
Really?
And you just chuck it in the beginning. It looks weird because it's big and lumpy.
Big. Do you take it out?
You take it out at the end. So you just leave it throughout the entire cooking process, and it just develops such nice flavor. And then what I also want to show is at this point, we have a little bit of sugar here. That's not going to go in directly, but also very important for curries is a little bit of sweetness.
Just nice little balance.
To balance the acid in the tomatoes.
Now,
okay, cool.
Now that I proved to Mzansi that I can cut the tomato, you're going to pop this in there, correct?
Correct. So we have our curry the spices have cooked out nicely. Aromatics have developed. You put your tomato in. And at this point, if you need to, you can put a little bit of water as well, just to create a little bit more substance to the curry and to create a little bit more juice.
Okay.
And like I said, with tomato going in, you always add a little bit of sugar.
And then not forgetting our hero dish while you finish up, because it is quick curry in a hurry, but we are speaking so much. And then we roasted the pumpkin just to give nice flavors to that pumpkin as well. You can, I'm assuming you could steam it as well and just pop it directly in
any way you want to cook
the pot.
So we call this par cooking. You want to develop a little bit of softness because it's not going to cook through in the stew or the curry. So I just put a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper into the oven.
It is hot, be careful.
That's okay, maybe we have it.
Here we go. You can use that, pop that in, and roughly how long after, once you put the pumpkin into the pot, will the entire recipe be finished?
So I would say like roast these for 20 minutes,
okay.
And then as soon as you add these in, if you've allowed it to cook down a little bit before, I think you could give it like another 25, 30 minutes just to marry and blend. Like I said, always season every step. Taste it at this point. If it needs a little bit more salt, you add a little bit more salt, and then you just let it go. And I mean, even if you close this pot, turn off the heat and leave it, the flavors still continue developing and it becomes really delicious,
Well, there you have it. Now, of course, you can also win big with BWELL. They are giving away 150,000 Rand grand prize, and you can stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Rand. Now, all you have to do is enter by simply purchasing your favorite BWELL product, maybe the one we just used in this recipe, then take a photo of yourself and your BWELL product, and then send through the picture to any of the BWELL social media platforms, or you can alternatively send it to their WhatsApp line on 060-582-3678, along with your name as well as your contact number. Now remember, those T's and C's do apply and may be found on the BWELL website. For this recipe, head on over to the expressoshow.com. But if you missed any of the steps, here is a quick recap just for you.